Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Engelgeist, and my name is Daniel. I'm here doing my first set of monthly tarot scopes for the month of August, and this is for the sign of Leo. Sorry, not Leo, Libra. I did Leo already. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Libra, definitely try and get a chance to watch this video. If there is any love that comes up in here, if your Venus is in Libra, then this might apply to you. It is a general reading for the month of August of 2019, so if any of it applies, great. Feel free to comment and let me know. If any of it doesn't, that's okay. It is a general reading. There are plenty of other great readers on YouTube. If you guys need help finding and seeking out people that are legit or really talented, I certainly have suggestions. You can feel free to comment and I can direct you to places where you might find resonance. But if it resonates here with you, with me, I greatly appreciate you liking, subscribing, commenting, and sticking around for future videos. I also do pick a card and a daily collective energy of the day sort of spiritual meteorology report in the mornings. So you can tune in for that live and see me live. Beyond that, we're going to look at the energy that Libra has coming for the month of August 2019. So I'm going to shuffle the deck and we'll see what's going on for you guys. Okay, give me one moment, please. Show me cards for Libra, August 2019, for Sun, Moon, Rising, and possible Venus. Sorry, the tripod's shaking a little bit as I shuffle on the table, guys. It's not an earthquake, I'm not in California. So I get impressions from the shuffle, and I feel like this shuffle feels a little wonky. Like the energy for Libra in the month of August is going to be a little bit strange, a little bit shaky, kind of like the tripod. The tripod certainly didn't shake this much yesterday when I did the first 6 signs of the zodiac. So something's going on here with Libra's energy, I feel like. I also feel like there's a little bit of resistance. See how I have to sort of work the cards together? The cards were clean this morning, and they're clean between each reading. So this energy is kind of showing me that there might be some resistance and there might be some like weirdness in the month of August for Libras. Libras are all about sort of the scales and balance, and I feel like this shuffle doesn't feel. It's not that it feels unbalanced. It just feels like there's going to be strange occurrences in the month of August for you guys, and I think that strange occurrences are things that are out of the blue. Kind of, I don't know how well you guys like those sort of experiences. So. That's where it might feel a little bit off and a little bit like resistance or jumping in your path unexpectedly. And I feel like you guys may not appreciate it. It won't be detrimental because the cards are coming together very clean like that, but it will present with a little bit of a surprise throughout the month. And I get a feeling that there may be more than one sort of, what do I want to call it, like sidetrack or a surprise during the month. It's not just going to be like one singular surprise. It's going to be like a series of small, sort of wonky situations. It sort of feels like almost as if Mercury is retrograde for you throughout the month of August versus now. So the first card is always sort of the general overview of how Libras are going to be holding out during that month, like your default setting, where you're going to be sort of operating from throughout the majority of the month. So this is the fear card. Wow, this is similar to Leo. Leo had this same card in the same position. So to me, this feels like, let me just show it to you. It feels like you guys are trying to protect some stuff, keeping stuff safe in a little bit of fear. Could be financial fear, could be fear of, relationships. But it's definitely like a fear about sort of the things that are substantial in our lives. It feels considerable. Like when I look at these gold cups and these little valuables here, it's like I feel like we're trying to hold on to as much as we can. It's like we feel sort of this wave coming, and we sort of intuitively know it's about to hit. So we're sort of like almost perpetuating it by being in this fear throughout the month. So let's look at some of the other cards, and maybe that will help you to better understand what this fear is about for you guys in the month of August. So this next card is kind of like what I say is like sort of the highest goals of the month. This is kind of, if we do everything, great and right, this is sort of the highest potential outcome, or what the foundation for the month would be, what we're aspiring to, or what we're hoping for. So this is the Tower card. This is not necessarily something that I would want to aspire for, but I kind of feel like this is something that, I'm going to say this, Libra, looking at these two cards together, it feels like there's something that needs to go. You know it needs to go. You're fearful of it leaving because it's sort of something that has been in your life for a while. It's important to you. The Tower represents usually as institutions, things that were stable, that we always expected to be there, but they're sort of falling apart. The best case scenario for you is that whatever it is that is causing this fear for you, that it disappears, that it falls apart, that you allow yourself to sort of let go of it and let it fall apart. Let something new be born there. If it's a relationship that's not serving you, if it's a job that's not serving you, if it's something that you're holding on to out of fear, let it go, because this Tower card, even though that unknown feels scary, or the destruction of whatever it is that's causing that like discomfort for you during this month of August, if you don't let it go, letting it go and letting it burn down to the ground like this Tower card is the highest, best good for you, right? This is like the ultimate goal, is being free of it. And I think it's sort of dissipating or falling apart and something new being created in its place, excuse me, will allow this fear to dissipate, and will allow this fear that you're going through during the month of holding on to what little you have. Once this all falls apart, with the things that you have, and I think you will be able to hold on to what is valuable and important to you during this process. It's just a matter of being aware of that. Let it go. Let it go. Lean into it and let it go. I always say this: let go or be dragged. And that's what this card feels like to me. This is the highest potential, though. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the wheels will fall off or everything will fall apart, but if it does, it's actually in your best interest to just be open to the sort of, destruction is a strong word, but without destruction, we can't have creation. And so if we want new things in our life, if we need new things in our life, if there's things that are bringing us fear or discomfort or causing us stress, we need those things to be destroyed before we can create anew in those spaces. I believe that nature or spirit, the universe abhors a vacuum. They're not going to leave you there with nothing left there. So if something falls apart, be it a relationship, a job, whatever it is that is causing this fear card for you the month of August, if you allow it to fall apart and fall away, you will be better off in the long run. Now, this is the highest, most penultimate goal for the month. Some of you might go into that face first, like diving into it like this person down here, going like, yeah, fuck it, let it go, let's just set it all on fire and start new. You guys will reach this point. But some of you may not. Some of you might hang on into this fear and sort of deal with it and stay in a sticky situation that isn't serving you for much longer and feel the pain of sort of this or the discomfort of it for much longer, okay? So now the next two cards are what I call, the next card is the spirit or soul card, what your spirit or soul is working on during this time, what it needs during the month of August. And this is the Magician card. I love this card. There's a lot of power in this card, but I feel like when I look at this card, it's sort of like your spirit is working from a place of trying to help you to realize that you're stronger than you really are, than you believe you are. Does that make sense? Because this fear card says to me that you're doubting yourselves, the Libras. You guys are maybe in a little bit of fear. And this Magician card says to me that you need to bring in some of this magic, this sort of spiritual magic, this awareness that whatever does go about sort of not serving you or falling apart, we need to let it fall apart. We need to let it go. We need to sort of trust ourselves. There's this part of this card that I feel like there's this distrust in us, in our own. Maybe we've made some bad decisions in the past recently, in the last, let's say this year. Like in the last 6 months, there's been some decisions we've made that maybe have led us to this point. And that's why we're not necessarily trusting ourselves. This Magician card says to me there is power, there is ability here, but for some reason I feel like you don't fully trust it. That's why your spirit's trying to push it forward and say, come on, get with it, use your magic, trust yourself, you know how to handle these situations, you need to be brave. But I feel like there's a little bit of, like this to me feels like a heavy weight of emotions or something that we're carrying, memories of stuff that's heavy to us that we're carrying, that we're not quite sure whether or not we're going to release it. Spirit wants us to release it and to start to live back in the power of that magic. Again, look, we have this diving man here in the Tower card. There's a diving man here. Dive into this. Trust your spirit. Let the Magician come in and wreak a little havoc. Run a little magic through your life and let these situations fall apart. These are powerful cards, the Tower and the Magician. Them laying next to one another, one being in your spirit space and one being in your ultimate goal, says to me that this could be a very transformative month. I don't necessarily know what it will transform into because you'll be left with this Tower situation, which is a total obliteration of something that you thought was going to be stable, something that was important and big in your life that you thought was going to stay the way it was supposed to forever. Well, you know what? It's not, and it's not supposed to. And you need to know that you are the Magician, and you can create magic and create something new there. But you have to get rid of the old. Whatever it is that haunts you, whatever it is that keeps you away. If any of you also, too, this wine glass is pulling my attention, if any of you are sort of drinking your way through August because of the fear, be careful. Be careful with that, because that's going to also sort of not allow you to trust yourself or trust your judgment. And there is a definite need for trust with this card at play in your spirit space. This is a powerful card. This is a powerful responsibility. This is a powerful magic that we want to use and wield during this time to get ourselves out of this fear. Do we trust ourselves? Can we let go of the past? Can we let go of previous mistakes? And look at the mistake that we're facing, not the mistake that we're facing, but look at the challenge that we're facing through this Tower this month and really let go. I think this is a key time. These are powerful cards, guys. So the next two cards are sort of influence cards, sort of things that we should be made aware of. They're not necessarily of us, they're around us, that are kind of influencing us either for the better or for the worse. So your first card is the Ten of Worlds, which is reward. Babes, oh my God, Libras, this says to me, like, if you let this stuff fall apart, you let go of this fear, and you work from this place of the Magician, there's this energy out there in the universe that wants to serve you, that wants to give you better, but it's like you're so caught in your fear or your worry about losing what little you have that's not quite working right now for you, that you're not able to bring this in just yet. But if you actually sort of let it go, if you hit this and you kind of get to this idea of embracing the Tower and leaning into it, this Ten of Worlds will come, financial reward will come, love will even show up. There's a little couple walking on a beach here. If it's a relationship you're in that you need to let go of, or a job that you need to let go of, but you're afraid because it pays well, but you don't feel respected, or if it's a friendship that you don't feel heard, you need to let it go. If it's a family member that's been disregarding you or underestimating you or undermining you, you need to look at letting that go and understanding your true power, letting go of the pain of that situation or the reminder of that, letting it go and getting on to creating abundance for yourself, because abundance is out there in the universe waiting, like knocking at the door. Jupiter is here saying, hey babe, we got a ton of shit for you if you want to pick up your Amazon delivery. But you can't answer the door if you're too afraid and you're hiding in the closet in the house. Okay, Libra? So, I mean, I love you guys, but you guys like it to be real even-keeled and balanced. And these cards don't necessarily feel even-keeled and balanced. They feel a little bit like out of control. Not out of control, but like big, epic. Even the good stuff, this reward card to me feels epic. It feels like a lot of stuff could come flooding in. And you guys, on an intuitive level, that might make you feel nervous too. It's just like, oh wow, whatever I create could be huge too. Can I live up to the responsibility of that? Now, the other card that you guys have as your outside influence is the Four of Worlds, which is commencement. This is, again, another Worlds card, which deals with finances, money, career, things of a material nature, relationships, friendships. So what I'm thinking about this card is this is also another push from the outside world or the universe that wants you to get things rolling, get the ball rolling in the right direction. I feel like whatever it is you've been holding on to, you've been holding on to for far too long. And the universe is kind of like pushing you, pushing you, pushing you. That's why it's sort of like you've got to get to this tower moment. You've got to give in and let it go. Once you let it go, I think you open the door to the ability to be your own magician. You let go of whatever like sadness or distrust of yourself that you have in this magician card. Your spirit starts to come through and things begin to commence. New things start to come in, new ideas, new beliefs, new situations. There's like a light at the end of the tunnel here. There is an opportunity to begin something new. And if we begin that new thing, it could be a new career, it could be a new business idea, it could be, you doing something you totally didn't even expect, but it's going to bring about this reward. It's going to put you in this flow of new things happening, new blessings coming to you in the month of August. But you have to let go of the old stuff. Right? Now, with those 5 cards out, that's kind of like the overview of what is possible for the month of August for you. This card is what I call the potential outcomes card. This card tells me sort of where things might go with the energy as it stands right now. So it's great because if it's a great card, we don't really have to do much or work very hard to change anything. We just sort of let things stay status quo and continue forward, and this card comes to pass. But if this is something that is negative, we can use this card right now as a warning before entering into the month of August to make choices and changes in our lives to avoid this coming, like to avoid this as an outcome. So, one moment, sorry. Somebody's at the door. Like 10 minutos? Sí, gracias. We have the option to use this card as a warning. It's not necessarily set in stone. I don't want anybody living for my sort of outcomes, but this is a general idea of where the month is going to go. The tower would be the ultimate, right? If we got to our highest point this month. But this card is more the likely route that it will take. So this is a very Libra card to me. It feels like this is the Ten of Wands. This is the growth card. Wands deals with the spirit. Something still has to die. Something has to go. This hand here, it still says to me that there's also something new coming, like this commencement card here. There's this new baby hand. So something will have to be let go, and something new will be born. You will be protected with the rose, and the strength of the redwoods around says that you will find your strength. You might have to do it in a more moderate way. You might not be able to go full bore into the tower. That might feel uncomfortable for you. But there will be, by the end of the month, you will feel some semblance of reward. It really is up to you how much you choose to let in, how fast you choose to destroy what's not working so that you can create what does work. Does that make sense? And so I'm going to leave you guys with that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Come back and comment. Let me know how your August goes. If you like this or you have any other ideas for other types of readings that you'd like to see, please comment below and let me know. Also, after I upload this, I will put in a brief description, and I always add in a theme song for the month so that you can turn it on and turn it up really loud for whenever you need inspiration or to lift your energy during the month of August. So keep a lookout for that once this is uploaded. Again, thank you for visiting Engelgeist, and I look forward to seeing you on other videos. All right, bye.